This priest got clever with a young man who was decades his junior, and the boy took justice into his own hands. A crucifix stuck in his throat and a pool of blood around him. The image police encountered priest Roger Matasoli was straight out of a horror movie.
Il y avait une sorte de, non même pas d'omerta, mais de non-dit. C'était comme ça. On soupçonnait souvent les curés de ceci, de cela, mais il n'y avait rien qui était fait pour le vérifier et pour le condamner.
The mastermind of the sordid murder was a young Frenchman named Alexandre. For him, there was no remorse for what he had done. On the contrary, his thirst for revenge drove him to commit the crime. He and his father had been victims of a horrible attack.
J'ai été convoqué un jour dans le bureau du procureur de Beauvais et il m'a demandé de faire une enquête sur le prêtre Matasoli. Avec, disons, des mots assez sibyllins, à savoir discrétion, discrétion, discrétion.
The investigation had been going on since 1984, but no positive result had ever come from it. So the young man decided to take justice into his own hands.
Dit très succinctement que si il avait commis des actes.
No one had done anything about Matasoli's actions, but many did everything to hide and protect him.
Mais les faits dénoncés, c'était des pratiques où le prêtre et la victime étaient ensemble au presbytère, pas tout à fait habillés, pas tout à fait nus, pas tout à fait dans le lit, mais presque dans le lit. Tout était approximatif, à la fois approximatif et trop précis pour ne pas correspondre à une situation compromettante.
The allegations dated back to the 1980s. They continued into the new millennium, when one of his victims decided to execute the priest for the constant abuse he and his father suffered.
J'aurais dû aller au-delà, j'aurais dû prendre l'initiative de la garde à vue, ça m'aurait retombé sur le nez, mais je pense qu'on aurait pu faire quelque chose de plus policier, de plus sérieux. J'ai fait une...
And of course, the ineffectiveness of the police at the time eventually would lead to this priest continuing to commit atrocities. However, it also allowed the space for his horrific murder to exist. Matasoli had done a great job to ensure that no one could prosecute him.
Il avait commis des actes que la victime présumée n'aurait pas compris. C'était pas dans un but de lui faire mal, mais que de toute manière, seul Dieu était à même de juger. C'était une sorte de refus de l'intervention de la justice humaine.
The priest's plan was carried out for more than 30 years, but it would finally come to a horrible end for him. Although he had been moved from one parish to another to hide his crimes, it would ultimately be a young victim who decided to take revenge and end Matasoli's life in the worst of ways.
Quand j'ai vu l'article de presse récemment, je crois que la justice de Dieu a été rendue d'une autre manière.
As for young Alexandre, he declared that he didn't remember what had happened that day when he killed the 91-year-old priest.